Good evening. All right, once again, if you hear me clap once, if you hear me clap twice, if you hear me clap three times, everyone, welcome to our amazing fundraiser here at Jim Rummy. First of all, everyone give a round of applause to the Jim Rummy staff who are holding us down. And we are so lucky, we have so many champions. But one of the champions of our work happens to be a board member of ours and happens to be the owner of Jim Rummy. She has done so much for folks experiencing homelessness and poverty. Everyone give a round of applause to the very own Patty Reese, who is super, super amazing. Come up here, Patty. Patty is also the head of our development committee and is helping to be one of our leaders to spearhead our 50th anniversary gala in June, which I hope to see all of you here, but I'm just so grateful and fortunate to call Patty one of our amazing SJC champions, so thank you so much for doing what you do. And then I'm also excited to bring up our other co-host. Everyone give a round of applause for Claire Stone. By the way, this is volunteer appreciation. And if you've ever volunteered at St. Joseph Center, raise your hand at Bread and Roses Cafe. Give a round of applause for our amazing volunteers. Claire came to us as a volunteer at our Bread and Roses Cafe, which is our restaurant for good for people experiencing homelessness, and became one of our regular volunteers and has brought people to also volunteer as well. If you've ever been to Bread and Roses Cafe, it's one of the most special places in all of LA County. We talk about treating people with compassion and dignity, and this is the symbol of how we do it here in Los Angeles. And now Claire has become one of our most popular volunteers there and also become a champion for our work and is using her platform to bring more attention on people doing work for good. Everyone give a round of applause for Claire. And everyone give a round of applause for Prince as well. And we also have members of Claire's amazing family. So give her an applause for her family, our amazing folks who really help us out. For folks who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Ryan Smith. I serve as the president and CEO of St. Joseph Center, and we are celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. 50 years of opening doors and transforming lives for people experiencing homelessness and housing insecurity. I actually grew up here on the West Side. I experienced housing insecurity myself as a young man in Culver City, and it was a community of people who rallied around me so that I could finish high school, so that I could graduate college, go Bruins, go UCLA. I say that because I owe them so much money, I gotta say it. But it was an example of what love can do in a community. And at a time where there seems to be so much divisiveness, it's really important that we always double down and commit on uplifting our dear neighbors, making sure that we are good to each other, making sure that we have community. And this is an example of that. So turn to your neighbor and say, I'm glad you're here. Give them a 5. And I'm sure those 5s will get even more powerful as the drinks continue to flow. And by the way, we're so excited. 100% of the proceeds tonight from the bar go to St. Joseph Center. So when we say cocktails for good, we do mean for good, as well as mocktails for good as well. So we just really appreciate all of you who are going to attend. A little bit more about St. Joseph Center. We have 4 real powerful pillars of our work. One is housing. We ensure that thousands of people receive housing. We're one of the largest homeless service providers in LA County. And and we are in from the throughput from interim housing all the way to permanent housing. We're making sure people come home. You're going to hear from one of our amazing youth, Malik, who just got his new apartment 2 weeks ago. And Malik would say that is fire. That's fire. But we want to make sure that more and more folks come home here in Los Angeles. We do a number of outreach programs where we're meeting people where they're at. We have multidisciplinary teams of nurses and community ambassadors, folks who've experienced homelessness who now work for us in order to ensure that we can end this humanitarian crisis in our generation. We have mental health providers, and give a round of applause to all the people who do amazing mental health work and do health work. These folks who get paid twice as much working any other place, but they've decided to commit their careers to ensure that we're supporting people experiencing homelessness or people who are in need, and we're grateful and lucky to have them. We have about 65 full-time mental health therapists on our staff. And then E stands for our economic mobility work. We know that it's housing first, but not housing only. You got to sustain yourself in housing. So we have to have quality jobs. We have to have wraparound services. So we have an amazing workforce program that you'll learn more about tonight as well. So we're super excited to have you all here. I want you to hear from our amazing champions themselves. So I'm going to, oh, by the way, we are live streaming. And this is the first time we're doing this. So everybody say hi, everybody. We are up to 102,000 people. Or is that 10.2 people? I can't tell. I don't have my glasses. Either way, we are making sure that we are talking to as many folks as possible. And I'm excited to bring up our very own Patty Reese to talk more about why she does this work. Patty!
Welcome. Before Claire and I talk to each other, I just wanted to also mention the liquor companies that have donated for the Cocktails for Good. We have Diplomatica rum and Long Drink, which are the canned cocktails, as well as Senora Leona. So just keep an eye. They are doing their job, their things to support our work. So anyway, Claire, hi. So I've been a board member for like 7 years. Ever since I started, it just gave me a real spring in my step because I needed it, and I knew the work I was doing would be helpful and good and spread love. So tell me, how did you hear about Red Roses as the Josepg Center, and how did you get involved?
So I got involved about 2 years ago, and I was looking for something to fill my cup. I volunteered a lot growing up, and when I moved to LA, I found so many friends and family that I'm so grateful I'm here tonight. But I was looking for a way to get involved in my actual community, and I stumbled upon Red Roses, and it was the most wonderful thing. I have found home, family, and community within LA for Red Roses.
What impact do you think it had on your life? Like what changes did you see in yourself?
So as some of you know, I've been through some highs and lows in my personal life, and having a consistent home where I know I can give my best and be recognized as a human outside of social media, where it feels like I lack so much connection to other people. I got to really know my neighbors, because not all of our neighbors are great themselves in the way that we are, and to know the faces and know the names of the people that I walked by every day. Living here has given me so much love and joy. My dog walks are amplified with love now that I know my neighbors. So that capacity is our most given me. And the community have gone through my Monday crew. Thank you guys for coming today. Having my home away from home. And away from my family.
What would you say to someone who's either watching or someone who's here, since it is Volunteer Appreciation Month? What would you say to them to why they should get involved, why they should do it? Like what words could you say?
So when you serve someone a hot meal, give your time in any capacity, obviously you know you're doing good, but it fills your cup more than like you fill others' cups, but your cup is overflowing. It is the best way to start the week, and it fills every part of my heart and my soul. It makes me feel like a good person. And feeling like a good person in this day and age is the best fuel for life. So any way that you can give back with your time, I promise you'll get so much more out of it if you give into it.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. It's a great feeling, and to be associated with the Justice Center, where they're working so hard on the street, boots on the ground every single day. Is, we're not alone. We're all doing the work, and it is a beautiful thing. Thank you to Dr. Smith, who is just leading the charge with such grace and knowledge and beauty. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I mean, you guys have spoken all the sentiments that I share. I thank you all for coming today and giving your time and obviously your money helps move the needle, but giving your time will fill you in ways that I just can't express. You really have to experience it. So make sure to sign up, scan the QR code, and come volunteer with me. I promise it will change the way you see your neighbor, the way you see yourself. It's not them, it's us. We're all in this together, and you can be a part of that.
Very transformational. There are 2 QR codes at the bar, on the table. One's to volunteer, and one, of course, is to donate. Donating money. We don't have time for your schedule. It doesn't allow you to volunteer. The money is so necessary. There have been funding cuts across the board, federally, statewide, locally, citywide, and we unfortunately need dollars to do this work. So I can't stress enough that if you have, it's just a little extra to give, it will go far, and you're really helping. So I thank you for that, and thank you for being here. Next, we want to bring Malik up. We want to hear his story. He is just, as Dr. Smith said, he's just been moved to housing with his family, and he has a story to tell. He's been with the youth center, and why don't you give us your story briefly? And we are so happy you're here.
I'm Malik Jackson. I've been out here my first grade year, and I've been out here for I want to say like 9 to like almost 10 years. And it started off rough. It was me and my mom living in the car, and then living on the streets when we lost the car and from shelter. And then I didn't really get housed until I started getting more connected with Josepg Center, and that was around my 7th grade year. And then I got my first apartment with my mom, and then we were good. And then when the tough time for me, where Josepg Center helped out the most is when my freshman year of high school, I had my first child. Freshman year, I was 15 years old, and they helped out with daycares, like the WIC, all the basic necessities, like rides and all that. And by the senior year, I became homeless. My mom moved back to Michigan. It's just been me, my daughter, my friends, and all that. And for the past few months, I have been in shelters, St. Michelle, and Covenant House in Hollywood. But now that I'm at the Berkeley Station, and I also got to cut the ribbon and all that, it feels pretty good. And just to top it all off, I just want to say how appreciative I am. Just helping me out and making me feel more part of the community than I already am.
By the way, similarly positive vibes on at Santa Monica College basketball team. We're manifesting that, but there are thousands of folks who, like Malik, are on their way home because of the work that we do. It was Patty that talked about boots on the ground. We could not do this work without the men, women, and folks who have committed and dedicated their careers to end this humanitarian crisis of our time. Right now, we have 70,000 people who experience homelessness on any given day, on any given night here in Los Angeles, 70,000. And as we house folks in LA County, the amazing thing is every day LA County houses about 200 people every single day, but unfortunately about 270 people fall into homelessness every single day. So our work really does matter. But I do want to say, I want to give a round of applause to the amazing staff of St. Joseph Center. If you work for St. Joseph Center, raise your hands. These are the people who I like to call LA's angelic troublemakers, case workers, folks who are storytellers, folks who are clinicians, people who are mental health therapists, people who are working within our housing to make sure that everyone has a place to call home, and we appreciate that. And I will say, this is maybe one of the most challenging times we've ever seen in social services. There are cuts at the federal level, at the state level, and at the local level. LA County announced that there would be a $200 million cut to social services across the board. An access center that we've had for 27 years is a threat of being closed. There are folks who we have brought home with vouchers and through different programs who may not have a place as soon as June because of many of the cuts. There's never been a time where our work matters more than this. And everything that we really do counts. We want to welcome more people like Nicole. We want to continue this work for 50 years, but we need champions to do it. So yes, this is a fundraiser. And I'm glad you are here but this is also a fundraiser. And I'm going to say this is a championship raiser. We want to encourage you all to be champions for our work. We need more people who say yes to housing. We need more people who say, when they see folks experiencing homelessness, this is my neighbor, this is my sibling, this is my friend. And we certainly need more folks who are willing to give. So, question for you, we will start here. We have an amazing Red Roses Cafe, as you heard. There's many volunteers here. We have the Monday crew here. Go Monday crew. And if you are willing to donate $500 to support 10 folks actually receiving a meal at our Red Roses Cafe on a single week. Anybody here willing to give $500? We have right here, we have right here, and we have right here. Give them a round of applause. We have 3 folks. $250 funds a culinary training kitchen for we are providing the next generation of culinary artists and chefs. In fact, there's an amazing chef, Chef Steven, who went through our program. After 12 weeks, he became a chef with the LA Clippers. Now he's a lead chef with the LA Clippers. He does a pop-up shop all over the world and was an amazing caterer for the All-Star game. And you know what I called and asked him? Where were my tickets to All-Star game? I'm really, really proud of that. That program has graduated hundreds of folks over 35 years. We need more graduates doing that work. $250 funds the culinary training kitchen, post-grad accessories. How many people can support $250 today? Yes, we are right there. Anybody else that can provide $250 today? Right here as well. Can I get a person right there? And we have someone in the back. All right. By the way, you have the QR code here to give, but you also have Sean Hebler Perez, and he will take your donation today. All right? Now, $100 provides 5 hot meals for folks who are unhoused. How many folks give $100 today? Right there. I see it in the back, up here. $100 today. That's just a week of Starbucks right here. Anybody else in the back? Right here, Anna. All right, thank you. And then, speaking of Starbucks, $50 helps fund our staples, our coffee, milk, and sugar for our amazing food pantry. We run the largest food pantry on the west side of Los Angeles. We're really proud of that. Anybody who can provide $50? Can I see show of hands for folks who get $50? Right here, our bartender's giving $50. Our bartender can get $50. Right here, applause here. Everybody else would like to come in $50 today. Last but not least, it's in the bar, the St. Joseph Center. Will somebody will you all buy another drink? Mocktail, cocktail? All right, well, we are super excited to have you. Once again, thank you to Claire, thank you to Patty. This is a night for good, but it's also a night for celebration. So thank you so much. And everyone give a round of applause to our mix DJ on the ones and twos, on the wheels and steel. Take us away, DJ.
John.